What's good, everybody? It is the Miss Wisdom of the Wisdom Press, and to all my parents in Texas, because I'm in Texas too, I just want to know, are we ready to homeschool our kids now? Because a year ago, I clocked this T about, will Texas schools start including the Bible in their curriculum? Well, yesterday, June 26th, it passed. So starting the school year 2030-2031, the Bible stories, they will be taught in your kids' school curriculum. Parents of school-age children, are y'all ready for the school to teach your kids the Bible? See, again, I clocked this T a year ago. I even told y'all that a law was passed to where they're going to start hanging the 10 Commandments around the classroom. That should have been a sign there. Matter of fact, when Trump was voted into office, that should have been the sign there. Matter of fact, as soon as Trump was elected again, the state of Oklahoma superintendent of schools popped out with a whole letter stating, we will be teaching Christian principles in our curriculum. And then came, I think it was Louisiana that was next, but then Texas, of course, you know, Texas was on the list. So again, I ask my Texas parents of school-aged children, especially if they will be they will be enrolled in school in the school year 2030-2031. Are you ready for the school to teach your kids the Bible? On top of that, let's scoot past that. I bet you didn't know that they're also trying to work on the social studies curriculum. Matter of fact, they're trying to revamp it. They're trying to make sure that they really touch base on Texas history. Now, I hope when they do that, they not only talk about Jim Crow, talk about segregation, they also talk about Juneteenth, because I'm sorry, unless you're from Texas, Juneteenth is Texas history. But that's a whole nother thing. Overall, I don't know if you parents noticed, but schools are closing around Texas in many of our large school districts. Houston ISD, Cy-Fair ISD, Aldine ISD. That's just the Houston area, honey. Let's keep going. There's San Antonio. There's Austin. There's schools closing in major cities. Now, why is that? One, because people aren't having babies anymore. The birth rate's so low. Number two, money. I don't know if y'all noticed, heard, or anything, but a lot of funding was cut from a lot of our public schools. Hey, did y'all hear anything on the news about the school vouchers? That's not for public schools. That's for private schools. So if you want your kid to attend a private school, if you signed up for that Texas waiver, your kid could get $10,000, $20,000 off of their private school tuition. Meanwhile, the public schools are drowning. They are sinking. They are falling to the bottom, to where they are also going to close, which means whatever neighborhood school your kid was in, if it closes down, your kid will have to go to another neighborhood school, which is probably in a whole different hood, neighborhood, rival hood, whatever. That's where they're going to end up going. Also, so let's go back to the public schools. So let's talk about attendance. This is where most of the money comes from, attendance. Your kid, my kid, their kid, her kid, his kid. Every kid's head counts as a bag of money. Okay? So when they clock in, so when they go to school, as soon as ADA time rolls around, attendance is taken. Okay? Most schools is 10 o'clock. So you check, they pretty much send that number in for attendance. That's how they get their money. So when you don't show, when your child don't show up for school, the school is losing money. which is why truancy laws are in place and those things. It's a money game. All right. So this is also going to bring back the dropout rates. The dropout rates, they were getting pretty low for a while. But with schools closing, no telling. Y'all started losing a lot of kids from school because of COVID. So let's see, we have money that's not being put into our public schools anymore. Birth rates are low. And then on top of that, let's see, teachers are not really teachers anymore. Teachers have been quitting because the lack of support from their principal, the lack of support from their district, the lack of monetary funds that they need to survive, as well as put school supplies into their classrooms for our kids to learn. And then you tell them, now we are implementing AI into the curriculum. So what the hell is the teacher there for? What is the teacher there for? Parents, do y'all know that this is going on in your classrooms? Do you also know that at your kid's school, there's probably more than 30 students in a classroom to one teacher? Overcrowding classrooms to the point to where there are kids outside the classroom along the walls trying to learn. Do you also know that libraries have become scarce in public schools? Like, your kid's school might not even have a library. You probably don't even know if they ever have, but guess what? They probably did, and it's not there anymore as of probably last year. Did you know that many public schools do not have a nurse on their campus? So who is taking care of the boo-boos when kids get hurt? More than likely the secretary. Did you know that most of your kids' classrooms are ran by dedicated substitute teachers who do not have a teacher certification? Did you know that too? This is why it's important for you as a parent to step on their kid's campus. Don't go when you think don't let your kid know that they're showing up. Pop up. Sit in the main office and see how chaotic it can be. Just stand outside the main office. Ask one of the workers to give you a walk around the school, especially during lunchtime or even in between class time. This is also another reason why I stress so much to my parents, as in y'all, us, that we need to show up and show out at the school board meetings. That's where you can talk your shit and pop your shit about how you feel about what's going on in your school district, or where you pay taxes, or the school that your kid attends. Because if the principal is not listening, you go above their head. Go to the school board meeting. You get about 1.5 minutes or to 2 minutes. And you can zoom in too if you don't want to leave your house. I'm just saying, pay attention. Pay attention, parents. Peace out.